Hey guys, we are back here, and as such, like I mentioned before, we are starting Old School RuneScape. Now, I downloaded this with Steam a little bit ago. I have been looking forward to doing this for a while. This is actually where I first started in online gaming. I didn't get very far. Even though I poured a lot of time into it, I was never really good, nor did I really care about doing things correctly. So let's go ahead and get started then. Alright, and here we have basic character creation. Before you get started, you will need to set the appearance of your character. Please use the open interface to set your appearance. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. And there we go. Before you begin, have a read through the tutorials guide in the top left of the screen. When you are ready to get started, click on the Gilenore guide. Am I pronouncing that right, by the way? I never did know. Is it Gilenore? Is it Gilenore? Gilenore? I'm just going to say Gilenore. He is indicated by a yellow, flashing yellow arrow. Left click my eye contact, camera face is in the way, but the tutorial that it's referring to is left click a point on the ground to move there. Alternatively, you can left click a point on the mini-map instead. Okay, so some things never change. Greetings, I see you are a new arrival to the world of Gilenore. My job is to welcome all new visitors, so welcome. Alright, we are back, and I had not realized just how much of it was actually being cropped out. I did not notice. But here we are. This is properly fixed and properly formatted now, so let's get started. Taking it from the top here, greetings. I see you are a new arrival to the world of Gilenore. My job is to welcome all new visitors, so welcome. You have already learned the first thing needed to succeed in this world, talking to other people. You will find many inhabitants of this world have useful things to say to you. By clicking on them, you can talk to them. Before we get going, if you would be so kind as to let me know how much experience you have with Old School RuneScape, that would be wonderful. To answer, simply click your chosen answer on the following screen. I'm an experienced player. I've played in the past, but not recently. I'm brand new. This is my first time here. Well, I've played in the past, like 15 plus years ago, but not recently. Wonderful, thank you. Now then, let's start by looking at your settings menu. Please click on the flashing spanner icon at the bottom right of your screen. This will display your settings menu. Okay. On the side panel, you can now see a variety of game settings. You can also click all settings button to see all available settings. Okay. So that is a lot of settings. Okay, I do not remember this being there, but, you know, when I played it, I was just a little kid. I barely knew what I was really looking at. You know what? I think we will actually keep the profanity filter on for this. I'm used to turning it off, but it'll probably be a good thing to not have that on, just in case. And you know what? I can worry about all this later. Talk to the Gilenore guide to continue. Looks like you're making good progress. The menu you've opened is just one of many. You'll learn about the rest as you progress through the tutorial. Anyway, I'd say it's time for you to go and meet your first instructor. It's time for you to meet your first instructor. To continue, all you need to do is click on a door. Remember, you can use your arrow keys to rotate the camera. Okay, good, so that is just as I remember. And unless there's any surprises that I'm not aware of, That's all we need to play this game, just the arrow keys and your mouse. Follow the path to find your next instructor. Clicking on the ground will walk you to that point. You can also move around by clicking a point in the mini-map in the top right corner. Talk to the survival expert to complete the tutorial. Yeah, like the X that would be there for anybody who is not familiar with Old RuneScape. That X there is just the point. Red X being to click on a person or an object. Hello again. First up, we're going to do some fishing. There's some shrimp in this pond here. Let's try and catch some. To view the item you've been given, you'll need to open your inventory. To do so, click on the flashing backpack icon in the right-hand side of your screen. This is your inventory. You can view all of your items here, including the net you've just been given. To use it, let's use it to catch some shrimp, if I can even read. To start fishing, just click on the sparkling fishing spot indicated by the flashing arrow. And there are indeed sparkling spots. Zoom in a little bit. Yep. Your character is now attempting to catch some shrimp. Sit back for a moment while he does all the hard work. You managed to catch some shrimp. Click on the flashing bar graph icon near the inventory to see your skills. On this menu, you can view your skills. Your skills can be leveled by earning experience, which is gained by performing various activities. As you level up your skills, you will earn new unlocks. Speak to the survival expert to continue. I managed to catch some shrimp. Excellent work. Now that you have some shrimp, you're going to want to cook them. To do that, you'll need a fire. This brings us to the woodcutting and fire making skills. The survival expert hands you a bronze axe and a tinderbox. It's time to cook your shrimp. However, you require a fire to do so, which means you need some logs. You can cut down some trees using your woodcutting skill. All you need is an axe. Give it a go by clicking on one of the trees in the area. And there, oh god, that zooms out a lot. Wow, okay. That zooms in a lot. Whoa, I do not remember it being that much. I think that's probably a good zoom spot. I can mess with that later. You managed to cut some logs. Now that you have some logs, it's time to light a fire. First, click on the tinderbox in your inventory. Then, with the tinderbox highlighted, click on the logs to use the tinderbox on them. So, use tinderbox on logs. Cool. Now it's time to get cooking. To do so, click the shrimp in your inventory. Then with the shrimp highlighted, click on a fire to cook them. If you look in the top left of your screen, you'll see that the instructions you are giving to your character. So let me just go ahead and get my face out of the way for a second so you can see that. See, up in the top left, use shrimp, raw shrimps, on fire. You managed to cook some shrimp. Well done, you've just cooked your first meal. Speak to the survival expert if you want to recap, otherwise you can move on. Click on the gate shown to follow the path. Remember, you can always use your arrow keys to rotate the camera. So there's the gate. And there is the next place. And then talk to the Master Chef. Ah, welcome newcomer. I am the Master Chef, Lev. It is here that I will teach you how to cook food truly fit for a king. I already know how to cook. Brandon taught me just now. You call that cooking? Some shrimp on an open log fire? No. I'm going to teach you the fine art of cooking bread. The Master Chef gives you some flour and some water. This is the base for many meals. To make dough, you must mix flour with water. To do so, click on the flour in your inventory. Then with the flour highlighted, click on the water to combine them into dough. So you click the flour, you click the water, you make some dough. Now that you have made the dough, you can bake it into some bread. To do so, just click on the indicated range. So click on bread dough and range. Your character is now attempting to make some bread. This will only take a few seconds. You managed to bake some bread. Well done, you've baked your first loaf of bread. As you gain experience in cooking, you will be able to make other things like pies and cakes. You may now use the door to move on. If you need a recap, talk to the master chef. Okay, so let's go ahead and proceed. While navigating the world, you can either run or walk. Running is faster, but you can't run for long, as you'll soon run out of energy. You can use the flashing orb next to the minimap to toggle running. Why not try it as you head to the next section? And yeah, there's the run indicator being your energy, I presume. Time to learn about quests. Just talk to the quest guide to get started. Ah, welcome adventurer. I'm here to tell you all about quests. Let's start by opening your quest journal. Click the flashing icon to the left of the inventory. This is your first quest journal. Lists every quest in the game. Talk to the quest guide again for an explanation on how it works. Now that you have the journal open, I'll tell you a bit about it. And at the moment, all of the quests are shown in red, which means you have not started them yet. When you start a quest, it will change color to green. When you finish it, it will change, when you first start a quest, it will change to yellow. When you finish it, it will change to green. This is so that you can easily see what's complete, what started, and what is yet to begin. Clicking a quest in the journal will display some more information on it. If you haven't started the quest, it will tell you where to begin and what requirements you need. If the quest is in progress, it will remind you of what to do next. It's very easy to find quest start points. Just look out for the questing icon on your minimap. You should see one marking this house, that being the flashing, or not flashing, but the blue icon there. The minimap at the top right corner of the screen has various icons to show different points of interest. Look for the icon to the left to find quest start points, and that's exactly the icon I meant. The quests themselves can vary greatly, from collecting beads to hunting down dragons. Completing quests will reward you with all sorts of things, such as new areas and better weapons. There's a lot more I could tell you about questing. You have to experience the thrill of it yourself to fully understand. Let me know if you want a recap, otherwise, go ahead and move on. Time to enter some caves. Click on the ladder to go down into the next area. Next, let's get you a weapon, or more to the point, you can make a weapon yourself. Don't panic, the mining instructor will help you. Talk to him, and he'll tell you all about it. So we just come down here. Ah. Okay. Hi there, you must be new around here. So what do I call you? Newcomer seems so impersonal, and if we're going to be working together, I'd rather call you by name. Oh, that's nice of him. You can call me Go Kongabong. Before you say it, that's just my Steam name. Oh, skipped a line by accident. Mining is very simple. All you need is a pickaxe. The rocks around here contain some tin and copper. Why don't you get started by mining some? If you're unsure which is which, you can prospect them to find out. Mining expert instructor gives you a bronze pickaxe. It's quite simple, really. To mine a rock, all you need to do is click on it. First off, try mining some tin. If you're unsure what rock is which, you can right-click on one to select the prospect option. Like there, mine rocks, prospect, examine, there's prospect. This rock contains tin. Yep. And the good news is they are all color-coded. But yeah, as far as the account name goes, that was kind of a joke between me and a couple of other friends. They just kind of started calling me Go Kongabong when my screen name for as long as I could remember has always been Go Kong. So yeah, it just kind of happened, and I forgot that RuneScape will just kind of import your Steam name automatically. So you managed to mine some tin. Now that you've mined some tin ore, you just need some copper. Same thing. So mine any copper ore. You managed to mine some copper. You now have some tin ore and some copper ore. You can smelt these into a bronze bar. To do so, just click on the indicated furnace. Try it now. Furnace. Ah, don't stick your head in the furnace, dude. You've made a bronze bar. Speak to the mining instructor and he'll show you how to make it into a weapon. I have a bronze bar. What now? Now that you've got a bar, you can smith it into a weapon. To smith something, you need a hammer and an anvil. There's some anvils here that you can use. See if you can make a bronze dagger. The mining instructor gives you a hammer. To smith, you'll need a hammer and metal bars to make the desired item, as well as a handy anvil. To start the process, click on the anvil, or alternatively, use the bar on it. So I'll go ahead and use bar, anvil. Dagger, which takes 1 bar. Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations, you've made your first weapon. Now it's time to move on. Go through the gates shown by the arrow. Remember, you may need to move the camera to see your surroundings. Speak to your miner instructor for a recap at any time. Or in this case, just rewind the video if you need a recap. In this area, you will find about melee and ranged combat. Speak to the guide and he'll tell you all about it. Combat Instructor, level 146. Hi, my name's Gokongabong. Do I look like I care? To me, you're just another newcomer who thinks they're ready to fight. I am Vanica, the greatest swordsman alive, and I am here to teach you the basics of combat. Kinda sounds a little bit beneath him, but okay. Let's get started by teaching you how to wield a weapon. You now have access to a new interface. Click on the flashing icon of a man, the one to the right of your backpack icon. This is your worn inventory. You can see what items you have equipped. In the bottom left corner, you will notice a flashing button with a shield and helmet on it. This button lets you view more details on what you have equipped. Click on it now. You can see what items you are wearing in the worn inventory down to the left of the screen with their combined statistics on the right. Let's add something. Click on your dagger to equip it. You're now holding your dagger. Clothes, armor, weapons, and more are equipped like this. You can unequip items by clicking on them in the worn inventory. Speak to your combat instructor to continue. So the dagger gives a +4 to stab, +2 to slash, -4 to crush, and a +1 to magic offense. And its defense gives a +1 to magic, and I guess a +3 to melee strength bonus. Very good, but that little butter knife isn't going to protect you much. Let's get you something a bit better. Once you're properly equipped, we can move on to some actual combat. The combat instructor gives you a bronze sword and wooden shield. To unequip an item, go to your worn inventory and click on the item. Alternatively, equipping a new item into the same slot will unequip the old one. Try this out now by swapping out your dagger for the sword and shield that the combat instructor gave you. So, bronze sword, wooden shield, and yeah, there it is. Click on the flashing swords icon to open the combat interface. This is your combat interface. From here, you can select the attack style that you'll use in combat. Using different attack styles will give you different types of experience. As well as this, monsters are weak to specific attack styles. Click on the gates to continue. So stab for accuracy and attack XP, aggressive, which is a stab type, and strength XP, that being for lunge, slash, aggressive and strength XP, or block, defensive, stab, defense XP. Time to slay some rats. To attack a rat, all you have to do is click on it. This will cause you to walk over and start hitting it. So, giant rat, go. Stab. Ah, he hit me for 2. Stab. Pass through the gate and talk to the combat instructor. He will give you your next task. Oh, before I do that, bones! I did it! I killed a giant rat! I saw. You seem better at this than I thought. Your expectations for me must have been absolutely minimal. Now that you have grasped the basic sword play, let's move on. Next up, we have ranged combat. With this, you can kill foes from a distance. With ranged, you'll be able to attack the rats without entering the pit, meaning they won't be able to fight back. The combat instructor gives you a short bow and some bronze arrows. Now you have a bow and some arrows. Before you can use them, you'll need to equip them. Once equipped with the ranging gear, try killing another rat. You don't need to enter the pen this time. To attack a rat, just click on it. So there's the short bow, which unequips both the sword and shield, and 50 arrows into the little quiver icon, or quiver slot. Anyway, as for our attack types, we have accurate, rapid, or long range, which gives both ranged and defense XP. I'm even using accurate, so if I were using rapid or long range, I might be here a while. There we go. And you've completed the task here. To move on, click on the Oi, get away from there. Only to enter the rat cage when I say so. Oh, but I wanted to pick up its bones. And those arrows that were dropped. You've completed the tasks here. To move on, click on the indicated ladder. Okay. Follow this path and you will come to the front of the building. This is the Bank of Gilenore, where you can store all your most valuable items. To open your bank, just click on the indicated booth. Bank booth. Okay. Oh, how nice of them to give us 25 coins. I'll go ahead and just store most things. Give me the bread. Most of this can be stored. And give me the shield too. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could do that. Store that and store those. Wait. This is your bank. You can store things here for safekeeping. To deposit something from your inventory, just click on it. You can withdraw things in the same way. To continue, close the bank and click on the indicated poll booth. I forgot I need to right-click on the anything that I have more than one of, because otherwise it'll just store one at a time. And deposit all. The poll booth, huh? Poll booths are found in towns across the world. The Old School RuneScape community is invited to vote on future game updates to decide whether each update should or shouldn't be released. How nice of them to be very feedback-driven. Voting is open to members with a skill of 300. To preserve the old school character of the game, an update must gain 75% support to be released. Okay, so members with a skill total of 300 and mine is 32. Alright, so I don't quite qualify yet. A flag appears on the booth to let you know when you are invited to vote in a poll. Polls are run periodically to let Old School RuneScape community vote on how the game should or shouldn't change. When you are ready, move on through the door indicated. Ah, I see. Anyway, there's the... Oops, wrong door. Oh, cool. I could explore anyway. Let me just do that for a second. Okay. I'll go ahead and go back down. This guide here will tell you all about your account. Just click on him to hear what he has to say. Hello, who are you? I'm the account guide. I'm here to tell you all about your account. What's an account? Your character is your account. It's what you are using to play the game right now. Everyone here has one, and some people even have multiple. There's various things you can do with your account, which is where the account management menu comes into play. Let's take a look at it now. Click on the flashing icon to open your account management menu. This is your account management menu where you can control various aspects of your account. Talk to the account guide to learn more. As you can see, there's a few things you can do with your account. First, you have membership. All accounts are free to play by default, but if you desire, you can buy membership to unlock members' worlds. These worlds give you access to extra skills, areas, quests, and more, which, yes, I did go ahead and do this so that we can have the full Old School RuneScape experience. What's a world? A world is what you play the game on. Each world can hold up to 2,000 players, and they are split into two main types, free worlds and members worlds. You can swap worlds with the world changer on the logout menu. You are currently on a members world, so you already have access to everything that being a member has to offer. Enjoy! Bonds are another thing that you should know about. You can purchase bonds from the store in the account management menu. Once you have some bonds, you can redeem them for membership. But why would I use a bond instead of just buying membership normally? Unlike membership, bonds can be traded with other players. You could purchase a bond and then sell it to another player for some gold. Alternatively, you could use your gold to buy a bond from another player. So if I used my gold to buy a bond from another player, I could get membership without spending any real money? Exactly. Next up, you have the option to link your email and the name changer. These were not a thing back in my day when I was a little kid. Linking your email address will allow you to sign in to the website and access the game on other platforms. Once your email address has been linked, this will be replaced with your inbox, where you'll receive important information related to your account and the game. The name changer allows you to change your display name if you don't like your current one. Be aware, though, that this is only available to accounts with membership. Finally, the bottom of the menu has some links which you might find useful. Make sure you check them out at some point. Awesome! Is there anything else I should know about accounts? Only this. Your account is very valuable, and it's important you look after it. You have many tools at your disposal to help you out with this, such as bank pins and authenticators. You'll find more information on account security on the customer support webpage. You can use the useful links section of the account management menu to get there. Anyway, that's everything I have to tell you about accounts. Let me know if you need a recap. Otherwise, head on to your next instructor. Follow the path of the chapel and enter it. Once inside, talk to the monk. He'll tell you all about the prayer skill. Brother Brace. Good day, brother. Hello, I'm Brother Brace. I'm here to tell you all about prayer. Click on the flashing icon to open the prayer menu. Talk with Brother Brace and he'll tell you about prayers. This is your prayer list. Prayers can help you a lot in combat. Click on the prayer you wish to use to activate it and click it again to deactivate it. Active prayers will drain your prayer points, which you can recharge by finding an altar or other holy spot and praying there. As you noticed, most enemies will drop bones when defeated. Burying bones by clicking them in your inventory will give you prayer experience. I'm also the community officer around here, so it's my job to tell you about your friends and ignore list. You should now see another new icon. Click on the flashing face icon to open your friend and ignore lists. These two lists can be very helpful for keeping track of your friends or blocking people you don't like. You can swap between the two lists using the button in the top right corner of the menu. Speak with Brother Brace to learn more. What do you know? Addison Jane, so I guess it automatically imports your Steam's friends list? Maybe? I don't know. But I'm just going to do that. Just start everything off with a clean slate. Right, now I'll tell you a little bit about each list. You can add people to either list by clicking the add button and typing their name into the box that appears. You can remove people from the list in the same way. If you add someone to your ignore list, they will not be able to talk to you and send you any form of message. I'm sorry, by the way, my face has been itching quite a bit today. Your friends list shows you the online status of your friends. Friends are in red are offline, friends in green are online and on the same world, and friends in yellow are online but on a different world. Okay, thanks. I'll bear that in mind. You have almost finished on Tutorial Island. Pass through the door to find the path leading to your final instructor. Alright. So follow that path. Click on that mini-map there. Oh. Ironman tutor. He'll tell you about being an Ironman. I don't think this guy's the final instructor. He doesn't have that arrow, but... Hello, Gokongabong. I'm Paul, the Ironman tutor. What can I do for you? Tell me about Ironmen. When you play as an Ironman, you do everything for yourself. You don't trade with other players, or take their items, or accept their help. As an Ironman, you choose to have these restrictions imposed on you, so everyone knows you're doing it properly. If you think you have what it takes, you can choose to become a hardcore Ironman. In addition to the standard restrictions, hardcore Ironmen have only one life. In the event of a dangerous death, your hardcore Ironman status will be downgraded to that of a standard Ironman, and your stats will be frozen on the hardcore Ironman high scores. For the ultimate challenge, you can choose to become an ultimate Ironman, a game mode inspired by the player Iron No Bank. That's awesome that this was player inspired. In addition to the standard restrictions, Ultimate Ironmen are blocked from using the bank, and they drop all their items when they die. When you're on Tutorial Island, you can switch freely between being a standard Ironman, an Ultimate Ironman, a hardcore Ironman, or a normal player. Once you've left this island, you'll be able to find my colleague Adam in Lumbridge, but you will only switch your restriction downwards, not upwards. So he will let hardcore Ironmen, or ultimate Ironmen, downgrade to standard Ironmen, but he'll let all types of Ironmen become normal players. You know what? I am actually going to do Ironman mode. Standard Ironman. Nah, don't worry about a bank pin. Wait, do I need one? Ironman cannot trade, stake, receive PK loot, scavenge dropped items, nor play certain multiplayer minigames. Oh, I need to set a bank pin. Okay. Your Ironman mode has been updated, and your new pin is now in effect. Follow the path to the wizard's house where you will be shown how to cast spells. When you get there, just talk with the magic instructor. Make sure you've got all your Ironman settings all sorted out before you leave Tutorial Island. Some things can't be changed later. Yes, I am going to be a normal Ironman, and if I decide against it, I can downgrade later on. Hello. Good day, newcomer. My name is Tarova. I'm here to tell you about magic. Let's start by opening your magic interface. Open up the magic interface by clicking on the flashing icon. This is your magic interface. All of your spells can be found here. The list is currently filtered to only show the spells you have the magic level for. You can change this in the filter menu. Talk to the instructor to continue. Currently, you can only cast one offensive spell called Wind Strike. Let's try it out on one of those chickens. Tarova gives you some air runes and mind runes. You now have some runes. All spells require runes to cast them. Look for the Wind Strike spell in your magic interface. Click on the spell to select it, and then click on a chicken to cast it. Talk to the instructor if you need more runes. How many do we have? 5 of each. Alright. Oh, and before I forget, Berry Bones. Prayer XP. Anyway. Magic is there. Click on the spell to select it, and then click on a chicken. Pachoo! Nice. Oh, I've already casted. Yeah. Well, you're all finished here. I'll give you a reasonable number of runes when you leave. Sure. When you get to the mainland, you will find yourself on the town of Lumbridge. If you want some ideas on where to go next, talk to my friend, the Lumbridge Guide. You can't miss him. He's holding a big staff with a question mark on the end. He also has a white beard and carries a rucksack full of scrolls. There are also many tutors willing to teach you about the many skills you could learn. When you get to Lumbridge, look for this icon on your minimap. That's where you'll find the Lumbridge Guide. Prepare yourself. And achievement unlocked for Steam, a new hero. Welcome to Lumbridge. If you need some help, simply talk to the Lumbridge Guide. Look for the question mark icon on your minimap to find him. Well, here's the Lumbridge Guide right in front of me. Greetings, adventurer. I am Phileas, the Lumbridge Guide. I am here to give information and direction to new players. Is there anything I can help you with? Where can I find a quest to go on? What monsters should I fight? Where can I make money? Where can I find more information? More options. Okay. I'd like to know about security. Where can I find a bank? I don't need any help or previous options. You know what? What monsters should I fight? There are lots of beasts to fight in the woods around here, especially to the west. There are certainly some goblins and spiders that are pests and could do with being cleared out. There's also a chicken farm or two up in the road for some fairly easy pickings. Non-player characters usually appear as yellow dots on your minimap, although there are some that you wouldn't be able to fight, such as myself. A monster's combat level is shown next to their attack option. If that level is colored green, it means that the monster is weaker than you. If it is in red, that means it is tougher than you. Remember, you will do better if you have better armor and weapons, and it's always worth carrying a bit of food to heal yourself. Okay. You know what? I think I'm good as far as the tutorial goes, so I don't need any help. Okay. So here we are in Lumbridge. So the tutorial has been finished. So honestly, at this point, it would be a good time to leave things here for now. But we will definitely be back this time to get started in earnest. So until next time, here on Old School RuneScape. And honestly, I did actually want to ask if there are any RuneScape fans or veterans or players out there. I'm actually curious on what skills or quests or activities or anything that you may want to see me do first to get everything started. But until then, we'll be back next week to actually get started with the RuneScape experience and to return to the world of Gilenore. But until then, I do hope you have a great rest of your day.